really wide range, but that ball is just outside of his grasp.
Indiana's most productive drive of the day, but they have yet to convert a third down. This is 3rd and long. Purdue brings pressure, and the pass incomplete for Williams. Markevius Brown was in coverage. 4th down.
And fantastic coverage it was by Brown. This defense is man, man, man. When you see zone, it's kind of shocking because it's so rare. They trust their defensive backs in coverage, and they want to send the house with anyone who isn't covering somebody.
Well, both punters' legs are warm, safe to say.
Very warm.
Evans in the direction of Tyrone Tracy, who's had some room to return some punts. He elects to fair catch the ball at the 10. We will step aside, but be back in just 15 seconds.
Lowe's knows you've been waiting all year for these holiday deals. That's why we've made Black Friday bigger and better with Golden Gable deals. For 1 week, discover the best savings of the year for your home.
Well, that really was 15 seconds, Brock. Here's the drive summary today for the Hoosiers. Already 4 drives, Purdue already with 3 drives, and we have 4:21 to go in the first quarter.
And a lot of times when you're struggling on 3rd down, it means you're struggling on 1st down because your 3rd downs aren't manageable.
1st down, Purdue. Devin Mockabee, a walk-on as a freshman last season and rushed for over 900 yards. This season, the total's not quite as high as they were his freshman year. He's brought down by Marcus Burris Jr. on a good 5-yard gain.
Mockabee a little more eager to bounce, usually looking outside as opposed to Tyrone Tracy, who really wants to stay within the tackles.
2nd down, Card over the middle. Pass is caught. Jaden Dixon-Veal. 1st down, Purdue.
They swing Mockabee out of the backfield, and the linebacker Linnell Card Jr. has to go with him. Jaden Dixon-Veal finds the soft spot in the coverage, but the referee saw something they don't like.
Sideline warning, Indiana. They're first of the game. Next violation will result in a yardage penalty.
First time we've heard from Jerry McGinn today.
And as you see, Coach Allen talking to someone. Look at the colored sweatshirts up there. Those are the guys who are going to be signaling in to the defense, and got a little close to the ref there, maybe even nicked his foot. That's where the warning comes from.
1st and 10, and Mockabee runs into the arms of Lewis Moore, and some help from Josh Sanguinetti out of the defensive backfield for Indiana. Looked like Mockabee had a hole there, but it closed.
It closed quicker than he thought it would, and Mockabee, you mentioned how great last year was for him. We're going to take a look at this, and yeah, the hole just closed. A great track there by Lewis Moore. And Mockabee, unfortunately, wasn't quite able to match last year's statistics, but by no means have they given up on him or think any less of him. He's a key part of this offense.
Still having a great season as a sophomore. On 2nd down, Card throws it incomplete. Looking for Garrett Miller. But Mockabee, in his 2nd game in the old Oaken bucket, looking to duplicate a really good performance that he had last year in this game. A 30-16 win for Purdue. Almost rushed for 100 yards, but you see he's a dual threat guy.
He can absolutely catch out of the backfield, and when he gets in open space, it is so unconventional. Crazy legs, they call him. They say he doesn't really look like a football player if he's not wearing pads, but then you see how defenses struggle to get him on the ground, and you say, yep, he's a football player.
A modern-day Elroy Hirsch.
Ooh, what a route. I like that.
3rd down, Card escapes. Lost his hand warmer. Chucks it long for Burks, and he overthrew him by a few yards. And how about that? A little bit of jeering from JoJo Johnson.
It looks like Andre Carter and Aaron Casey in the backfield, but I like the no call there. Of course, JoJo Johnson does have Burks' arm, but Burks is also trying to push him off, so a little tussling back and forth, but the big thing is what you see right there. 0 third down conversions for either offense.
That's become the game within the game. Who's going to convert the first third down? Ansel, punt on the move to his right. Fielded on a bounce by Carter, and that's Thieneman to bring him down. Back in 15 seconds here in the first quarter.
Imagine the memories you'll make with Pillsbury.
Score. This is one of the longest and most played rivalries in all of college football. And we're looking for our first points in the 98th Old Oaken Bucket game between Indiana and Purdue. Indiana football, first down from its own 28. Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback. He hands to Jalen Lucas. Might be small in stature, but he can fly. Thieneman pushes him out of bounds, and it was covered in mold, and it was quite decrepit, but they cleaned it off, and it has been in use ever since 1925. They have been playing for the Old Oaken Bucket. Second down coming up here. Cam Allen with the tackle. That leads to today's trivia question, brought to you by T-Mobile. The Old Oaken Bucket was introduced for the 1925 meeting. What was the final result of that game? I think I believe it or not, I think I know the answer.
Do you really?
I think I do. It is, I'll keep you on your toes. It's
okay.
2nd and 5. Sorsby caught McCulley. What a snag by the 6'5 wideout. And he gives Steptoe a hard time. First down, Indiana.
And you're going to see Steptoe in coverage here on McCulley. When McCulley goes up for the ball, watch Steptoe. He kind of breaks down and doesn't close space. When a wide receiver is in the air, that is your chance to close space because he's not moving, right? So by breaking down too soon, you allow McCulley time to make a move.
Final minute of the first quarter. Ball on the Purdue 45. Sorsby. Another first down, Indiana. He gets blown up by Steptoe on the sideline. That was inbounds.
Completely legal hit. I understand the emotions, and you're on their sideline, so they're going to overreact, but completely legal hit. Sorsby braced for it. It looks like he just slipped, honestly, more than anything. Fantastic hit by Steptoe. That's rivalry right there.
That's a DB with a run at a quarterback, too. First down, Indiana. Sorsby unloads. Carter! Touchdown, Indiana! And the Hoosiers on the road have the first points of this year's Old Oaken Bucket game. 34-yard strike to DeKeese Carter, his third touchdown of the season.
Sorsby follows up a big run with a beautiful strike again. Purdue caught in that too-high look, and it looks like Antonio Stevens in the middle of the field needs to get a little more depth to make that a tougher throw and to help out your too-high safeties.
Chris Freeman for the point-after try from the hold of James Evans. 7-0 Indiana. 34 seconds left in the first. We've been waiting on catch by DeKeese Carter from Brendan Sorsby. Tyrone Tracy Jr. on the kick return. Good blocking up front and a good return for Tracy. Near the 35, he's brought down. All right, the answer to our trivia question. Brock, what was the score of the first meeting for the Old Oaken Bucket between these two teams? It was in 1925. I think it was a tie, and I think it was a scoreless. Pictures, by the way. Purdue on 1st and 10. Tyrone Tracy hit by Aaron Casey. Megan McEwen, do you want to weigh in on the Old Oaken Bucket rivalry here?
Listen, guys, there's a poem called The Old Oaken Bucket written by Samuel Woodworth in 1817. Now, it's not actually about the bucket, but it is about the sentiment that the Indiana people feel towards their home state. So, look, there's a lot of change on the thing. That thing is 23 pounds, the Old Oaken Bucket. So, just so you know what you're lifting up at the end of this.
Well, how about that? It invokes poetry. It's so deep, the feelings that the old Oaken bucket stirs up. Purdue trying to get its train on when the Hoosiers take on Harvard in Indianapolis. Live coverage tips at 4:30 Eastern, presented by Jeep. And Hudson Card, built like a Jeep, avoids pressure in the backfield and throws it complete for Purdue. Lewis Moore with the tackle on Jaron Tibbs. And it's a first down for Purdue on what looked like a broken play.
Andre Carter is 6'5", 270 pounds. And Hudson Card just shook him off, stepped back up in the pocket, and delivered a strike.
And that pass is complete once again to Tibbs. Good gain on first down. Jamari Sharp, the coverage and the tackle, and Purdue into Indiana territory.
Tibbs with only 1 reception on the season. And now back-to-back big plays for the freshman.
I mentioned that this is a springboard game for both of these teams going into the offseason. Individually, that applies as well. Sun coming out on second and short. Tyrone Tracy has a first down for Purdue, and about a yard more than that to the 44. Miles Jackson with the stop for Indiana.
What impresses me most about Tyrone Tracy is to be a converted wide receiver, he really craves that contact on the inside, which is normally, you know, not knocking any wide receivers. Contact usually isn't their thing, but he's lowering that boom on linebackers without any thought.
1st and 10. Hudson Card pursued by Jackson, and now he's in a whole lot of trouble. Patrick Lucas Jr. make that Vincent Sneed Jr. finish the play, and it's 2nd down and long.
And this is what you call containing the edge. Watch the top of that screen. Watch how Hudson Card has to belly out, and then he starts losing yards. Then he has to come back the other way. That all comes with setting a firm edge. An athletic quarterback is a double-edged sword because he can make plays, but you also don't want Hudson Card taking hits like that.
That's Sneed's first sack of the season, redshirt freshman. 2nd and 13. Card complete, and a broken tackle for George Burhan, the true freshman from McCordsville, Indiana, just outside of Indianapolis. Philip Dunham, the tackle.
And that is going to drive defensive coordinator for Indiana, Matt Guerrieri, crazy. Missed tackles have just been their Achilles heel in recent weeks.
1st and 10. Burhan again, and he makes Dunham miss. He makes more miss, and the freshman scores for Purdue. Burhan did not have a catch this season. He's got 2 on that drive in his first career touchdown. Purdue 1 away from tying it up.
And I love watching a young player celebrate. So they hit him with the screen and go at the bottom. That was that pump fake, and that's how Burhan gets so open. And then it's again with the missed tackles. He should be down right there. He breaks that. He should be down right there. He breaks that, and he gets into the end zone.
Ben Freehill for the point after try. Oh, it's a drop snap. And Brendan Cropsey is swallowed up in the backfield of the special teams play, and Indiana maintains a lead. Botched extra point for Purdue, but the Boilermakers are on the board, now down 7-6 to cap that drive. Purdue misses the extra point. Indiana leads 7-6. Freehill's kick. Lucas from the 11. Jalen Lucas cuts it back. A little bit of room, and Lucas gets all the way across the 35-yard line. And a flag comes in. Lucas was out of bounds, and he's signaling it was a late hit. Seems pretty happy about that.
He seems very happy. He's an All-American returner last year, and really the past 2 weeks he's been one guy away from a house call. Now you're going to see him get close to this sideline.
Into the play.
Right
Personal
before the
foul
contact, then
on the
that's the
kicking
right
team,
call.
number 32, with a late hit out of bounds. 15-yard penalty be added on to the end of the run. First down.
That's Joseph Jefferson with the late hit out of bounds. Brock, take us back to that touchdown for Purdue.
You're going to see George Burhen and Jerron Tibbs here on the bottom, the two true freshmen. And Burhen is going to start this play, block, 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 boom, and I'm gone. Man coverage, the guy who's on me isn't looking at me, and that's going to free me up. Watch here and look at Lewis Moore. Block. Okay, my guy's blocking. I'm going to fire. Nope. I'm incorrect, and Burhen is behind me, and then it's again with the missed tackles. Back-to-back plays to finish up that series. 4 missed tackles for IU combined.
Now 1st and 10 Indiana from the Purdue 49 to start this drive. Great field position. Sorsby doesn't pull the trigger, and he picked up a yard. It's 2nd down, run out of bounds by Will Helt. The Indiana offense, a slow start, but things are starting to open up.
Better now than never.
That's true.
Coach Allen says.
That's true. Sorsby on the play action finds Donovan McCulley. Steptoe on the tackle at the 35. 1st down, Indiana.
Steptoe is the redshirt freshman. He is, other than Derek Rogers, they are the only 2 freshmen back there at the cornerback position. So if McCulley's lined up across from him, they're going to keep picking.
They pick again, Brock, on Steptoe. McCulley with another grab. 2nd down.
And eventually, they're probably going to take Dylan Thieneman, the safety, and cheat over to that side. Actually, Steptoe just switched. Steptoe and Markevius Brown just switched. So definitely an adjustment there by this Purdue defense.
Good eye partner. It's number 1 guarding number 1 on the bottom of your screen. 2nd and 1. And the 1st down run for